Measurement. Children have always been fascinated by how big or how heavy things are. Measurement is a wonderful way to encourage kids to learn more about mathematics. It's important to realize that measurement with rulers and other standardized measuring tools take time and instruction. For young children, we want to make sure that they have the vocabulary for measurement, knowing how high, how heavy, how long, and how much really mean, not that they have the skills to use rulers and tape measures. Non-standard units are appropriate for young children. You can use paper clips, links, or blocks to measure how long something is. One of the things to watch for is that children don't overlap measuring tools. You want them to measure end to end, and you want them to estimate. Always ask how many units they think it will be. Later on, you can transition to a standard ruler for older school-age children by using color tiles to measure, then moving to 1-inch construction paper squares. And finally, having the children construct their own ruler by gluing the 1-inch squares on a 6 or 12-inch strip of paper. By then, they've learned to measure the units correctly. Weight for preschoolers should concentrate on heavier and lighter. It's great to have a balance scale available so children can see whether the yellow bear is heavier than the blue one or the red cylinder weighs more than the yellow one. We measure time as well. Telling time using a clock doesn't start until children are in school, but learning about elapsed time is something every child can do. You can use a timer to designate when it's time to clean up, for example, and tell the children that it's 5 minutes until cleanup time. Set the timer, and then they'll know when 5 minutes have passed. You can use the timer, always telling them how long you've set it for, to take turns on a special riding toy or in a particular center. Certainly, point out the clock and have a digital clock as well as an analog one, best side by side when it's appropriate. For example, you could say, look, it's 7 o'clock. This clock says 7 o'clock, and this one has the big hand on the 12 and the little hand on the 7. Time for breakfast. You can play games with time. Children can put their heads down on a table and sit up when they think 1 minute has passed. This is hard even for adults if you ask them not to count. Or have children guess how long it will take to put on their shoes and socks and time them. For older kids, ask them to guess how many circles they could draw in 1 minute. Time them, and then have them count the circles. It's good counting practice, and you can watch to see if they count by ones, twos, or make groups of 5 or 10. Children learn about area and volume informally at this age by laying tiles on a board and by filling boxes with blocks. We're not at all interested in children memorizing formulas or teaching them the formulas, just having them fill spaces and containers and count how many it takes to do that. Measurement is informal for young children, but activities like these will help prepare children for the measurement work they'll do in school and in life.